Hello and welcome to today's class. We're going to start standing on our mat here, coming into mountain pose. So if you'd like to just come to the top of your mat here, we'll just stand in mountain pose, closing the eyes, and then begin to take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Begin to feel as the belly expands as you inhale, contracts as you exhale. Let the shoulders fall deeper with every exhale. Spread the fingers out wide. And then I invite you to set your intention for today's class. Take a moment to give yourself some gratitude and love for showing up on your mat. Beautiful. And starting, we're going to lift our hands up overhead. Nice long stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale. Swan dive down. All the way. Forward fold. Inhale up. Exhale. Forward fold. Plant the hands on the mat. Step back for plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog, downward dog. Holding here in downward dog for a moment, pedal out the feet, especially if this is your first one of the day. Nice slow movements. Lifting up that right leg, reaching high towards the sky. Stepping forward, bringing that foot between the hands. Lift that left leg, bringing it forward to meet at the top of the mat. Forward fold, halfway lift, reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands to heart. Hands up overhead. Swan dive all the way down. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step it back for plank. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. And hold. Pedal out if you feel the need to pedal out some more. Nice deep breaths. Lifting that left leg up, straight up to the sky. Hold here. And then stepping forward, bringing that left foot to the top of the mat, joined by the right. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Hands to heart center. Hands up, reaching up, deep breath in. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale, back to center. Hands to heart center, exhale. Beautiful, reaching both your hands up, nice and tall. You're going to lean over to the left, opening up that right side. Keep your hands apart if you'd like to, or if you'd like to bring them together, clasp Maybe take a mudra, you can do that here. Coming back to center, reaching over to the other side. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, no hunching. Ease off if you feel any crunching on the right side. Come back to center, hands to heart. Beautiful, just a little warm up there as we get started. We're going to move into our tree pose. There's different stages that you can take here. You can bring your ankle and your heel together, and you can stay there. Close the eyes, focus on grounding, taking deep breaths in and out. If you'd like to advance from here, you could bring your foot to the lower part of the inside of your leg. Ground through all points of your feet. Really ground down there. And if you would like to advance from there, we're going to bring that right foot all the way to the top. Find your drishti point, your focal point. That's not the person in front of you. That's not your cat or dog. Nothing that's moving. It could be a little speck on the wall. Find your focal point. And then coming back to center, shake it out. Get some movement going. And we're going to do the other side. So again, bringing our hands to heart center. You can bring your heel to the inside of your ankle. And we can advance from there and bring the foot to the inside of the lower leg. Or we can advance from there and grab inside. Grab our foot and put it on the inside of our upper leg. There we go. So many things to focus on. You could really push yourself here if you wanted to, and even try and close the eyes. See how well balanced you can be. Ooh. Sometimes we're better on one side than we are on the other. That's okay. We are not here to be perfect. We are just here for the practice. So we'll take a few more breaths. 1, 2, our last breath. And exhale. And slowly release. Beautiful. Jiggle it out. Make some movements. And then raising the arms up, we're going to sit straight down into our chair pose. I'm going to move to the side so you guys can see here. We're sitting down like there's a chair. Now, if you stop up here, that's okay too. It's wherever your practice takes you, right? So right here. We want to be able to see those toes over the knees. If we go so far that we can't see our toes, we need to ease up a little bit. So sit on down, feel that energy rushing through, grounding you. Right now it's kind of like a zigzag of energy, right? It's coming through the hands, it's going down the spine, going to the knees, going straight into the earth. We're feeling that energy. If having the hands here is too much, you can always bring them to the Heart center. We'll have them out in front of you. Hold for 2 more breaths. In, deep breath. And then coming back up. Beautiful. Arms up overhead. Again, reach it over to that left side. Bring the hands together if you would like to. Back to center. Deep breath in. Exhale the other side. Back to center. Coming to the top of our mat. Stepping that left leg far back as we come into our warrior one pose. Arms up. So our knee is over our ankle right now. We have a 90-degree angle going on. And our back foot is at about 10 or 11 o'clock. Okay? Our torso is face forward. Our gaze is forward. You're finding that G point again. Arms raised up. If that's too much, alternative to take butterfly or bring your hands to heart center. Deep breath in and out. Open up to warrior two. So we're widening our stance here, bringing our arms out far, and now our foot's going towards more like between 9 and 10, okay? Our gaze is still forward. Our knee is still over our ankle. Flip the hand, send it up. Back to warrior two. Bring that right arm all the way down to the right leg. Left hand overhead. Warrior two. Flip right hand, send it up. Warrior two. Left hand overhead. Warrior two. Beautiful. Step that left foot back to the top of the mat. Arms up overhead, deep breath. Exhale, back bend. Back to center. Hands to heart. You're going to step that right foot back this time. Nice wide stance for our warrior one. So we're bending at the front knee. Beautiful. All right, guys, you're doing great. Deep breath. Find that position that works for you with your arms. When we're in butterfly pose for our arms, we tend to push our shoulders back. So we're creating a wider space. So if you feel hunched, this isn't working, open up the arms, expand the chest. Or having your arms out is not okay with you, bring them to heart. Next breath, open up, warrior two. Create a wider stance. Still keeping that knee bent. Check your back arm. See if it's drooping or if it's way up here. And then bring it to center. Bring your gaze back forward. Lift that left arm, send it up overhead. Center. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand overhead. Warrior two. Exhale. Left hand overhead. Warrior two. Right hand overhead. Warrior two. And then step that right foot to the top of the mat. Arms up overhead. Exhale, little back bend. Inhale to center. Hands to heart. Beautiful. We're going to go back into our chair pose here. Lifting the hands up, sit down as far as you can go into your chair. Nice straight back though. We're not hunching, we're not folding. Bring it up. Beautiful. Look at those toes. Do you see them? Deep breath in. Swing the arms back. Inhale straight up, far reaching mountain pose. Exhale down to chair. Inhale up, mountain. Chair. Mountain. Do this a few times with your own breath. It's not a race. So really exhale into your chair. Inhale into mountain. Two more times. One more. Hold in chair. Bring your hands to heart. We're going to bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Be mindful that your knees don't try to push each other out of the way and one gets in front of the other. If it does, put it back. And then begin to look over the left shoulder. Coming back to center. Stand all the way up. Far-reaching mountain pose. Deep breath in. Hands to heart. Exhale. Beautiful. Chair pose. One more time. Hands to heart. This time we're going to bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Push in your right hand into that left hand, really creating that twist. Look over the right shoulder. Don't crank your neck too far though. To center, raise all the way up, far reaching mountain pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, heart to center. Beautiful. Step that left foot back into warrior one. Beautiful. Framing the right foot. Turning the back foot, lower the knee for our lunge. If you'd like to, you could use your blocks here. Using the blocks on either side of the right foot, creating space, and then leaning forward. Tucking the back toe. Removing any blocks that you may have used or any other props. Hands plant the mat. Step back for plank. Send the tailbone up for downward dog. And believe it or not, a downward dog is actually restorative. So just chill out here. Feel the energy coming through the hands, up the arms, shooting all the way to the tailbone. And then down to the heels of your feet as you ground. Lifting that left leg this time. Bring it forward and plant between the hands. Then drop the right knee. Again, using any props you might need, create that space between your leg and your stomach. And then lean forward into your lunge. Your back knee is not directly underneath your hip. We're not squared. So tuck it back. And then lean forward. Open the chest. Find a focal point ahead. Removing any blocks or props that you used here. Hands plant the mat. Step back for plank. Downward dog. Look in between the hands. Step forward to a forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhaling all the way out, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold, deeper. Exhaling as you inhale. Sorry. Expanding the spine as you inhale just a little bit. And then folding deeper as you exhale. Here, if you would like to, you can grab opposite hands to opposite elbows and just rock side to side for ragdoll. Or if your hands, the back of your hands, graze on the mat, then you can just let them do so. Beautiful. Going to halfway lift, straight flat back, reverse swan dive all the way up. Chair pose, sit in that chair pose. Beautiful. We're going to do some rocking motions again. So exhale, hands back. Inhale, far reaching mountain. Exhale. Inhale. Now you, in your own breath. So if you long, slow breaths, some of you will be going faster than others, and that's okay. Last one. Far reaching mountain, stay there. Exhale, back bend a little. Inhale, center. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Stepping that left foot back. We could come forward into a wide stance. So your toes are going to be facing the top corners of your mat. Hands on the hips. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Exhale. Make that wide stance, wide as you need it to be. And if you need to use some blocks here, you can as well. And just bring them to directly underneath you. Forward fold. Nice deep fold. Soft bend in the knees. And then removing any props that you may have used here. We're actually going to walk the hands over to the right side. If you can grab the ankles, grab hold of the ankles, that's great, but don't be pulling on them. So if you can't reach them without pulling, then just leave your hands close by. Again, remember that soft. Coming back to center. And then this time walk all the way over to the left side. Going back to center. Bring in your stance just a little bit, heel toe, hands on the hips, and then spine by spine, we're going to roll ourselves back up. Just little by little. And the head is the last thing to come up. Beautiful. Now that we're here, just heel toe yourselves all the way back in. And then just when you take a moment to round the neck here. Just the neck. We've been letting it hang an awful lot. And maybe it just needs to be reminded. It is still attached. It's still here. Start rounding the other way. Beautiful. And then stop when you get back to the top. Wonderful. We're going to come back into our tree pose here. So bring in the right foot to either the inside of the ankle, the lower leg, or all the way to the top, whichever one is comfortable for you and your practice. This time, we are going to grow our branches. Yeah, get some balance going here. We're going to grow our branches all the way up. And then expand. Beautiful. Hold here, finding that focal point again. And then bring our hands back to heart center. Releasing the lower leg. You're going to go straight into the other side. So wherever it is that fits for you, this practice is all for you, no one else. Beautiful. And then coming back, releasing that leg. Coming to the top of our mats. Arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold, hands plant the mat, and step back for downward dog. Lift that right leg up. Reach and high up. Bring it back down. Left leg, reach up. Bring it back down. Beautiful. Going forward into our plank. Knees down. And then bring in the belly and the chest to follow. Beautiful. Rest your head on your mat here. Close the eyes. Just rest, just for a moment. Deep breaths. Back into sync. Beautiful. Bring your head to center. We're going to look forward, planting the hands just at our chest. Find your juicy point just beyond the mat. And then lifting for baby cobra. As far as we're going, just baby cobra. And then slither down on your exhale. Come back up for a little cobra. And slither down. One more, little cobra. And slither down on your exhale. Beautiful. Bending at the left knee, we're going to grab with the left hand over the left foot. We're going to do a little back bend here. Your right hand is going to come parallel, your arm is going to come parallel with the top of your mat. Kicking into the left hand, lifting at the chest. We're going to do a back bend here. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so we've kicked into the hand is holding on to that foot, we've lifted the chest, and we've lifted the leg. We're not swaying off here, keep it in. And release. Slowly back down. Bring both legs out, window wiper side to side. A nice little rocking massage here. Both legs down. We're going to switch sides. So our left hand is parallel with the top of our mat, and our right hand is going to get our right foot. Finding our focal point just beyond the mat. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath. And slowly release. Beautiful. Relaxing the head, windshield wiper, the legs side to side. All right, this time if you'd like to join me, we're going to do both legs at the same time. If not, you can take Crocodile Pose here, which is pointing both your feet to the bottom corners of the mat, bringing your arms down to the side, and just resting the head, okay? But for full bow pose, here we go. We're going to get our right and left hands to grab our left and right foot. Now what tends to happen here is our knees have collapsed. We've walked away from each other. So, drawing the shoulders back, walk the knees back into each other, bring them up, okay? Find that focal point just beyond the mat. Deep breath in, and exhale, bow. Hello, cutie. Yes, yes, hello. Okay. Hey. Stop. Slowly releasing. Come back down. Everybody come into Crocodile Pose here and rest the body. Slowly rolling over to our backs. We're going to hug in the knees to the chest. Exhale as you bring them in. And begin to rock side to side. Beautiful. Keeping a hold of the right knee, we're going to extend the left leg and then bring this right knee over to the left side. If you need a block or a bolster here, you're just going to grab them and then put them underneath your knee. Extend the right hand out, gaze following the right hand. Coming back to center. Both knees in. Rocking side to side. This time we're going to extend the right leg down to the bottom of the mat. And bring the left leg over and extend the left arm. Our gaze is going to follow the left hand. Bringing both knees back in. One little tight squeeze. Beautiful. And then drop the feet down to the mat. Keeping our knees bent. We're going to come into our bridge pose here. So our ankles come into the tailbone and our hands are extended out towards the ankles. Deep breath in. And exhale, lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Hold here, take a deep breath in and out. Walk the shoulder blades underneath. Last breath. Spine by spine, bring it down very slowly. Crossing the right leg over the left knee. Now you can stay here for our reclined pigeon pose if you would like to. You could, if you find that your knee is out here, just push it back lovingly. You'll feel that stretch. Or if you're ready, we're going to lift the left knee. We're going to grab the left thigh with our hands. Our right hand is going to go in between the right and left leg and then draw that knee towards us. Now, if you can't grab your left thigh, you could use a strap here and put the strap around your thigh and then hold on to it, pulling your left knee towards you. And then slowly releasing, having the knees bent, arms down. We're going to rock the knees side to side, loosen up any tension that may have gathered, help the muscles relax a little bit. Your lower back will also thank you for this little maneuver. And coming back to center, this time we're going to put the left leg over the right leg. And again, you can stay here and just simply lovingly push that left knee a little further out if you find it comes in. And you can just stay right there. Or if you're ready, we're going to lift that right knee up, grab our hands around that knee, around that leg, and then bring it in. and slowly release. Very slowly. And then we're going to knock the knees side to side. Wonderful. And then we're going to come to our final resting pose of the day, Shavasana. So just extend the legs out. Breath in and out. Feel as the air fills up the lungs, belly expands, and how it progresses and rises up through to the chest. And then as you exhale, the chest is lowering. The belly button reaches the spine. Usually at the beginning of the class, we ask you to relax the muscles, ground into your practice. And then we ask you to think about any little feelings you have at the end of class. I want you to pinpoint those feelings right now. Any tension in your body right now, and let it go. Relax the brow again. Relax the cheek muscles again. Let gravity do its job. Surrender every ounce of you to it. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And sigh it out. Just bliss. A few moments here on your own. Listening to the sounds around you. I invite you to stay in Shavasana as long as you would like to. And if you would like to join me in closing today's class, you may roll over to one side, cradling your head, bending at the knees. And then very slowly begin to push yourself up. Keep the eyes closed as you do all this. We're going to keep our eyes closed as we end today's class. So coming to a nice seated position. If you remember at the beginning of class, we started standing up and now we are finishing seated. Take a mudra here if you would like to. You just have your palms wide open. We're going to close this class with the universal sound of Om on our exhale. Just taking a deep breath in. Thank you for joining me today for our class. Namaste. You, buddy.